And hello all of my fellow nerds out there. This is Oracle Nerd Richie and welcome back to our Wonderland. Now, in the last part, I kind of left you guys on a weird note here, but we have just arrived at the cabin where Bucks is living, and now we're going to be seeing, at least I think this is probably going to be a very short video, but we're going to be seeing the ending of, at least I think so, it's the ending of Arc 5 and 5.5. So remember, this is only the first part of Arc 5. The second part hasn't released yet, as of making this video. So if the part here does end up short at some point, then I'll probably go back somewhere in Arc 5 and see some of the alternate interactions we could have possibly had. So, at its center, a small, cozy cabin nestled amongst the leaves. We slow further, easing out into an unsteady walk. My feet catch on the grass, rendering my steps stumbling and staggering. My chest screams at me, breath coming out in rough, hoarse gasps that clutch and claw at my throat. But I don't stop. None of us stop. Not until we're standing in front of it. Oh, the cabin. Our cabin. There's something both welcoming and terrifying about it. How many times have I died here? Have we died here? Memories of what occurred here twist and coil in my insides. Yet they're shadowed by a veil of relief. We've made it. The four of us. Somehow, in spite of everything, we're here. A place of respite. For us to have one final moment before the final battle begins. That's right. This is my final moment too. A choice I need to make before we can continue. This thought prickles at my heart, anxious jabs that send my stomach jumping. I bring a hand to the back of my neck, gaze falling towards the wet grass. In front of me, Gidget opens the door. The creak of its hinges echoing against my ribs. Then we step inside. I always assume a cut to black is going to end the entire chapter. Oh? Oh? To be concluded. Yep, there it is. There's the ending. Oh, gosh. Please save on the to be concluded screen to continue once the final part is out. Okay. Alright, so I'll save at the to be concluded screen. And we'll go. So, as I said, this is probably a short video, but we'll go back and take a look at some of the alternate dialogue that we missed. So I'm gonna go ahead and save here. Yep, Jesus, 14 pages. And we'll head back to some of the alternate dialogue that we may have missed. Okay, so last time we were when we were with Jerry and his merry band of rabbits, we talked to Gidget outside of the place. So this time, let's go ahead and talk to Genzo. I pause for a moment, watching the Iggy's prepare their bunks, then wander past them to the far walls. Genzo glances up at my approach, his eyes tired but worried. He looks quite small, all hunkered down in the bottom bunk, and I duck slightly to dip my head beneath the slats of the bed on top. Do you need some sort of password to get in? Genzo blinks, then laughs. It does have that vibe, doesn't it? Very Secret Fort-esque. All I need is a do not enter sign hanging from the top. I pause for a moment before ducking the rest of the way and crawling up onto the bed. Then tugging my blanket tighter around my shoulders and lean back against the cave wall next to him. Cozy in here. We sit for a few moments in silence, gazing out at Iggy's in their nighttime preparation rituals. I can't help but laugh to myself as I watch one of the Iggy's on the end lie down, get up, and lie down again and again. Genzo turns his gaze to me, brows furrowing. How you holding up? I'm okay. A bit sore, but they repatched me up. They repatched me up and everything, so at least I'm not bleeding everywhere anymore. Genzo grunts and turns back. His eyes look darker than usual, his face soft and dour. How are you holding up? I ask softly. He blinks. What's that supposed to mean? I take a moment to find my words, careful as they roll across my tongue. We're going to the castle tomorrow. A pause. I'd imagine that thought can't be comforting after everything. Another grunt from Genzo. Though I can't tell if that's a grunt of affirmation or a grunt telling me to shut up. I just want to get that fucker and get the hell out of here. I let my gaze fall to my knees. I can feel the question buzzing between my lips. Knowing it's there makes my heart start thrum. Nervous pangs twist in my gut. I'm not sure if I can get it out. Don't say anything about you and Orlum. Oh, damn! I didn't even know this was. See, I didn't even know this was a choice. This is why I like to go to the alternate dialogues, because there are things that you tend to miss when it comes to little interactions like this. And I really love that aspect when it comes to visual novels. Let's see. About you and Orlum. Most part. Which just makes my heart pound even faster. My face feels like it's burning, heart clenching. But I push through it all the same. About you and Orlum. God, I said it. I wince, lick my lips, and glance over at him. His face remains unchanged. I continue. What happened between you? He doesn't look at me. He just keeps staring off out into the cave. But I see his brows twitch, his jaw clench ever so slightly. Finally, he brings a hand up over his eyes. Something that shouldn't have. I pull my knees against my chest, staring down at the pattern of the blankets beneath us. I know that, after what happened with you and me, I bite down on my lips, searching for the words. After the accident, I mean. Genzo bites down on his knuckle, looking away. He helped you, yeah? Silence. At school? More silence. Because yeah, we got pretty close. I stop. Blink. Genzo's teeth have practically gone through the skin of his knuckle by this point. I see a glimmer of tears in the corner of his eyes. He doesn't say anything else for a moment. Then I let him get too close. His brows furrow further, to the point where I can barely see his eyes. And then his voice catches. Took advantage of that. I don't say anything at first. Just listening to the sound of my breath, the sound of my heart. No, so wait, did he take advantage of Orlum? Like did he I'm trying to think of something that could be a YouTube-friendly suggestion. Like, I just assumed that, because he bullied Orlum in school. So, he just had him do his homework for him. He just had Orlum do his homework for him and all that stuff. But, I'm assuming it's probably worse than that. It's not like some part of me didn't know, but I chewing inside my cheeks, thinking about them. I don't know how it makes me feel. Strange. In a way I can't quite explain. Is it because I feel bad about what happened? About the way Genzo treated Orlum? Yes, but also something else. A weird twist in my gut that I've never felt before. A longing hurt. I buried my face into my knees, the fabric of my pants rough against my lips. My breath leaves a warm, wet spot against my skin. Finally, he really did like you, huh? Yeah. Silence. And I knew it too. I see Genzo's lips trembling. I'm not a good person, Iggs. He winces. Then begins riffling through his pockets desperately almost. Fuck. Pulls out his cigarettes. Fuck. Places one to his lips. Soon the smoke is drifting around our heads, catching beneath the top bunk like a darkened rain cloud. I watch the tip of the cigarette bounce up and down between his teeth, unsure if he'll continue. After a few good long drags, he does. I hurt people and I don't care. I'm a miserable asshole who wants to make everyone around him miserable too. I pause. I see his fingers shaking, his eyes straining. I do try. I try to be better. He sniffs and coughs. But then my mouth will just run away again. Brings his free hand up. I just can't fucking stop it. Pounds his palms against his chin in time with his words. I grimace as I watch. Shiver despite the blanket around my shoulders. Genzo's eyes. I see him tap a hunk of ash over the side of his bed. When have I ever brought anything positive into anyone's life, huh? He grunts, takes a long drag, and I watch the smoke billow across his lips. I'm quiet at first, not saying anything. Just sitting there, fingers ring over the gauze of my shoulders, pattern rough against my skin. Then the words slip out, barely more than a whisper. You were the only one. Huh? Genzo glances in my direction for the first time since I sat down. I press my lips together, swallow, then say it a little louder. You were the only one. Only one what? Who accepted me. Genzo just looks at me, cigarette hanging from his lips. For who I am, no questions asked. I feel water rise to my eyes but I blink it back. My eyes, my cheeks, my entire face warm to the touch. The only one who never made me feel guilty, less loved, like something was wrong with me. A tiny tear manages to make it past my emotional barrier, winding its way down my cheek. I brush it away quickly, hoping Genzo hasn't seen it. Even though it was probably hard for you. My voice cracks. Since I figured you must have. This seems to rouse Genzo from his self-deprecating slump just a bit because he pushes himself up against the wall. Brows furrowing with their usual snap as he grabs his cigarette between his fingers. Must have what? But I can't respond. I can't say it. I tried, but all that comes out is a strange little squeak as I flap my hands in frustration. Genzo blinks, then seems to register. Fuck that noise, he balks. Doesn't matter how many times I've gone off thinking about you. None of that holds a candle to how important you are to me. And just being with you and getting to hold you and his words slow as both of us just look at each other, cheeks an identical shade of crimson. Then he seems to realize what he's saying. He turns away with a jerk and shoves his cigarette back in his mouth. And I stared down my knees, face feeling very warm. I cough into my fist, adjust my glasses, now mildly foggy. Anyways, you made me really happy, I guess. So, in spite of everything, I just wanted to thank you. Genzo waggles his cigarette with a smirk. Yeah, just don't let it get out though, yeah? All the asexuals be all over me, come and get your piping hot respects for sexual boundaries or something. Honestly, as a person who's part of the asexual spectrum, I can wholeheartedly respect Genzo. Like he's a good guy. Like he may say he's not a good person, but he really is. So seriously, thank you, Carrot, if you're watching this for the asexual representation. The suddenness of this brings a croaking laugh up through my throat as so fast I nearly choke. I lean forward as a stifled half snort makes its way out of my nose, the tears I've been trying to hold back squeezing out beneath my eyelids. Genzo's face softens, a tiny smile playing on his lips. He taps the ash off his cigarette again before settling back against the wall. I glance over at him. Bid him goodnight, rest your head on his shoulders. You can't give me a choice like that and expect me not to save. Like I like to see all reactions. Why not? There's something about him right now. Leaning back against the wall, smoke drifting up over his head, and maybe it's the cave. Maybe it's the intense battle we went through earlier. Or the rabbits, or the food, or the drinks, or the deluge of emotions I've just experienced in the last 5 minutes, but all of a sudden I just really want to be close to him. And I don't know how to comfort him in my words. How to pay him back for what he did for me back in the kiddie cruise. My brain doesn't quite work that way, maybe. So without saying anything, I shift back a little and pull my blanket against my shoulders and aww, lean over towards him. That's so adorable. Seriously, Carrot, you did an amazing job with all these CGs. They look so good. His shoulder is soft against my cheek, warm, and I feel him stiffen just slightly beneath me. You tired, Iggs? His voice cracks, and there's a sudden huskiness to it. Guess you've had a pretty long day. A pause. We all have. It grows silent. Nothing but the sound of his breath next to me. The feeling of his chest moving up and down. Just him and me in our tiny little alcove in a cave beneath the ground. There's something incredibly warm about that thought. Safe. And for the first time all day, I feel the residual tension in my body begin to reside. My eyes flutter closed. Then back open. Then closed again. So warm. My own little cocoon. Oh. And you know what, Iggy? You deserve your own little cocoon. You deserve it. Iggy I just feel like I relate to Iggy a lot in this situation. Our own little cocoon. Aww. This thought brings a flutter to my chest. You fallen asleep there, Iggs? I feel Genzo's chest drum beneath me at the words. It reverberates up through my cheek and jaw, a comforting buzz. I hadn't even realized how tired I am. Everything that happened today finally catching up to me, I guess. I could feel my breath slowing, my body growing heavy. A little deeper still by the rise and fall of Genzo's chest. Something brushes against the top of my head, a warm weight, Genzo's cheek pressing against my hair. I can feel myself fading, the last tendrils of my consciousness starting to drift away. I take a little breath of as Genzo's lips move, forming words barely audible against my scalp. I love you, Iggs. Aww, but I'm already asleep. Oh, I can't believe I missed this dialogue. This is so cool. I wake next mornings to something cooking over fire. Yep, okay, so I'm guessing that's basically the repeated dialogue. So, I think I'll go. I think there is one more choice after this, if I remember correctly. So I'm going to load that up and I'll see you guys there. Okay, the last little micro decision that I guess we missed is probably here, where we have to choose if we stick by Genzo or stick by Gidget. The last time we stuck by Genzo, let's just see what we stuck by Gidget. I'm both shaken and shaky. Paint, or yeah, that's the similar. Genzo helps me gently onto the lip of the basin, and I sit there for a moment, gaze, flicking hesitantly between my arm and the water. I must look slightly bewildered, though, because Gidget steps towards me and brows knitted in concern. You, need some help? And while I don't answer in words, the semi-pleading look I shoot them is apparently enough. Because they sit down beside me, careful as they help me wash the blood off my arm. They finish up by tearing a piece of fabric from the bottom of my shirt and using it to wrap the wound. Not the most effective bandage in the world, but certainly better than nothing. Once that's taken care of, they give my shoulder a reassuring squeeze, and I unconsciously let myself lean against them just a bit. The warmth of their skin is comforting, even the dank sewer. Gizzo takes the time to search our environs. I see him wandering around, finger to his chin, in thought as he studies the surrounding walls. After a while, he turns back and there's like a door or something over there. Guess that's our best way in. Climb's gonna be awk as fuck though. Oh. Alright, I'm guessing that probably just leads into the same dialogue then. You live to turn fucking blue wigs. Okay, yeah, it's the same dialogue as before. So, that's gonna do it for our Wonderland for now. Okay, I just got back to the main menu. Orlum is now on the screen with us. This looks amazing, and I can only guess on who that last silhouette is. So, anywho, thank you guys so much for watching this video and going through this experience with me. Arc 5 Part 2 is yet to be released as of making this recording, but hopefully it will come out sometime in the later future. So, thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to leave a like, comment what you think, share this video with your friends, and be sure to subscribe and click the bell so you don't miss a single notification. I'll see all of you in the next video. Goodbye!